Alright, what's up everybody, and welcome back again to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I'm recording this episode back to back with Chapter 2, but obviously they're separate videos. I learned my lesson from the 40-minute episode 1. But without any further ado, let's jump right back in with Chapter 3, Pirates Aground. So last time around we thought we saved Mist and Rolf, and then we didn't. We had to wait on Shinon to do it, who, by the way, is pretty freaking cool. But he did teleport. I'm not entirely sure how he did that. So we're picking up here with Ike. You wanted to see me, Father. Sit down, you little shit. You weren't supposed to do that. We haven't gotten to talk about what you were supposed to do yet. And then you disobeyed orders. I'm like, but we were kind of on the clock, though, weren't we? No fair playing the martyr. Hey, get out of here. This is my dad. I'll play the martyr if I want to. If anyone's to blame for this mess, it's me. No, dude, you just got out of bed last week for the first time in a month. Everybody's trying as hard as they can to take all the punishment, and I'm like, why don't you just punish everybody? You are confined to quarters for 10 days. But what if something happens while we're gone, Dad? Men won't survive on a battlefield if they do as they wish without so much as a by your leave. Well, I'd be correct, but we did. Accept the punishment, but what yada yada yada. It said we've got more work than we can handle. Your punishment is deferred until things calm down. So basically what you're saying is you need us. Oscar Boy agrees you come with me. Shinon, Gatry, and Ike, you're with me. Oh, we've got 2 chapters this chapter. Except we only get to play the one with Ike, which, you know, oh god. That looked like a really weird convulsing act. Yar hard, a stereotypical pirate. Me belly's emptier than me first mate's head. Well, that's rude. Why did you make him your first mate then? You should have did it to somebody else. But whatever, I guess. Also, port cities. That's just a problem in and of itself. Just port cities. That's the pirate ship? Well, what was the giveaway? The ship or the pirates? Sailed into port a few days ago. Well, they've been here for a few days. Why did you wait so long to say anything? That doesn't quite make sense, now does it, sir? But yeah, we'll get rid of them. That's fine. Feathering sea scum. It's just like shooting apples off a tree. Yeah, see, that's the kind of stuff that he says that just makes him a badass. Like, it doesn't even necessarily make sense. It's just cool. Thunder and lightning. Well, which one's the thunder? Fair enough. I suppose that question is answered. Yeah, sure, that sounds fine. But wait, what about me? I'm the main character. Well, let's let them do their thing first, and then we'll finish them with whatever, dude. So the hard part about this chapter, in my experience, is we have 4 units, and 2 of them are pre-promotes. I think. Is Shinon pre-promoted at this point? Let's check that. So, oh, we can check units. Yeah, so Shinon is pre-promoted. So before we actually jump in, this is our chapter prep screen. We can't do anything with it this time because the green units that are flashing like this are required use and then the red ones are unable to be used. So we're stuck with what we've got, but we can take this opportunity to go over the couple of new units we have. First of all, we've got Shinon, level 1 sniper. He's pre-promoted. With minimal spoilers, he's not going to be here the whole time. That said, though, he does currently have a steel bow and an iron bow, as well as a vulnerary to take care of himself, and his base stats are pretty solid, although part of that is because he's pre-promoted. He starts out with 32 HP, 9 strength, 6 magic, 15 skill, 13 speed. He's a fast boy. 9 luck, 9 defense, and 6 resistance. So he's pretty durable, all things considered, because we don't face a lot of magic users yet, and that's really the one spot that he's lacking is his resistance. His defense is a little bit low for his level, considering he's promoted, but you've also got to consider that as a sniper, he's pretty much supposed to be on the back of everything, not on the front. His growth rates are where I really think he comes into his own, though. He's got 75% HP, 65 strength, 20 magic, which he really doesn't need, 70 skill, 65 speed, 35 luck, 50 defense, 40 resistance. So that resistance growth is solid to make up for a relatively low base. I mean, really, the only thing that makes him hard to use is A, the fact that he's pre-promoted now, and B, the fact that he's out of the game for a while in a story-related issue. But if you can get past that, once he comes back, if you have him even comparable to your other sniper that you should have by that point, I think he's probably the better option of the two. You can make either one work fine. I've seen it done with both. I'm honestly not sure what I'll end up doing, but I do know that Shinon is one of the better units in the game, because by the time he comes back, the fact that he's pre-promoted isn't really an issue. If anything, he's slightly under-leveled, if I remember correctly. So I give Shinon a 4 out of 5 rating. Again, I probably won't give anybody a 5 out of 5 because that implies that they're just the perfect unit, and I don't think there is such a thing. But he's about as close as you can get in this game out of just your standard relatively early game unit. And so after that, we also have the other new guy here. We have Gatry. Level 9 Knight. I think his bases make him look better than he is. So, like I said, level 9. He's got 12 strength, no magic, doesn't need magic, 6 skill, 5 speed, 5 luck, 14 defense, and 0 resistance. This guy is the definition of a tank. He hits pretty hard with 12 strength, and he can take a lot of hits with 31 HP and 14 defense. But he's going to get doubled more often than not with only 5 speed and a low speed growth. So he's one of those guys that is good if you can get lucky with him, but other than that, he's kind of pedestrian. Like, he's not bad, he's just not great. His growth rates are pretty good, but not in the areas that he needs them the most, in my opinion. With 80% HP, 55 strength, 5 magic, 55 skill, 25 speed, 25 luck, 60 defense, and 30 resistance. I think he would be better with a slightly higher speed growth. I get that the guy's running around in full body armor and he's not going to be fast no matter what, but 5 base speed at level 9 and 25% speed growth is just really hard to use without the threat of constantly getting drilled twice by everything. That said, though, he can take a lot of hits, and he can dish out the damage if you get him a weapon that can attack at 1-2 range. So he's certainly usable. I give him a 3 out of 5. He's definitely not a bad unit. He's got his glaring flaws, and I really don't think there's anything that you can do to get around them, short of giving him a couple of extra items that are better used elsewhere. So yeah, that's and then we already know about Titania and Ike, so that's our 4 for this chapter. We can reposition them if we want. We can't move Ike because, for whatever reason, he's officially the commander, even though Titania definitely outranks him. But the hard part about this chapter is this is where Ike basically has to do everything unless you want to waste experience. So this is why you don't want to funnel a ton into him outside of this chapter. He's the only one that's really justifiably using the experience in this chapter. You can give some to Gatry, but he actually leaves with Shinon when they have their story departure later on. You do get Gatry back first, so the fact that he's only a level 9 isn't really a problem because you have time to make up the gap when he returns. But, so I mean, I'll probably give him a few kills here, but he can't do a ton is the issue. So a lot of this is just going to be trying to do chip damage and then finishing him off with Ike. So, let's go. One thing I am going to be doing this chapter is I'm going to be trying to find a lot of places where Titania can't actually get kills herself. Because if she does chip damage, that's fine. It's the kills that matter. So like right here, she can do chip damage without finishing this guy off. And I'm fine with that. So like you see, she only gets 2 experience from that as a pre-promoted unit. That's kind of not very good. And then Ike, meanwhile, doesn't do a ton of damage this map, and we don't have a healer. That's the other thing we have to be wary of, is we can't just leave Ike out in front and let him try to soak up damage. Because at 44%, that is a pretty good hit rate against him. So eventually he's going to take a couple of shots, and he can't just take everything in stride. This is what I'm talking about with Gatry, though. He's actually fast enough right now that he can double. but I think that speaks more to just how bad these bandits are than how good he can be, because that will change very quickly. I'll take advantage of it while we can, though. You see, this guy only does 1 damage to him, which is not much. So Gatry's the one that we can really kind of afford to leave him out front to soak up some damage. You can actually do that with Shinon a little bit too, just to try to bait them into doing questionable things. We also get to deal with our first archers, though, which is going to make it a little bit tougher for Ike. They don't do a ton of damage, but it's chip damage, and we just got to level up from getting shot. That's awesome. HP, strength, skill, luck, and resistance. I want to see Ike get some defense, personally, but he can survive just fine without it. Bro! That looked cool. I don't think I've actually seen that animation before. That's an awesome animation, though. But yeah, so now the AI generally will go for... they'll prioritize, rather, people who can't counterattack. So since Shinon, as a sniper, can't attack at 1 range, they're going to go for him. They're going to prioritize going for him. Much like how this archer could have shot Shinon, but Ike can't shoot back. So we went for Ike first. I mean, it makes sense. Whack him a couple of times. This is where things will get a touch complicated, though. Well, this guy can't do any damage to Gatry, so there's no reason not to stab him. At least not as far as I'm concerned. Dink. I think that's really funny when a guy attacks and does no damage in this game. Shinon can weaken this guy a little bit. Or he might critical and kill him. That would be fine, but he didn't. So that's cool. Much like Titania, you see he only gets 2 experience. I think what I'll actually do, just to try to control the flow a little bit... No, I won't do that. Never mind, I lied. I'll put Titania here. She might get a kill. Oh, also Marcia. Hi, Marcia. Boat monkey, you tricked me. No. I mean, except we did. Said you knew the whereabouts of my brother. That's why I came all the way to your ship. And we do know. We never told you that we don't know. We just said that we knew where he was. Penniless. Oh. Oh, they killed him. Cool. Except they didn't. But it's fine. The other hard part about this is Marcia's going to start attacking them, and she remains a green unit for the chapter, as far as I'm aware. So basically, we have to get her to not take a bunch of experience. But that's doable. As long as she survives this turn. Which shouldn't be an issue. Gonna snipe Ike again. Ow. Yeah, and they're all gonna start going for her. Basically, she needs to just take some hits and then get out of the way. And so far, she's only doing one of those. Sword guy is gonna go for Shinon again because he can't counterattack. Ouch. But it's fine. And then I believe this axe guy, yeah, he'll go for him as well. So yeah, you can't even hit a guy who's just standing still. God, you suck. I know the same can be said for most characters, but still. This is probably the only Titania kill we're going to see for a little while, and it's just to manage the flow so that Ike doesn't get bombarded in a minute. There's probably a better way to go about that. But she literally got more experience from hitting somebody once than she did from actually finishing him off. And that's kind of pathetic. Also, Marcia can... Oh god. This might be trouble. Not because Marcia's in any threat of dying, but just because I don't actually... Oh, she doesn't move. Alright, in that case... Can get Gatry to finish this guy off. And then I think we want to get Ike closer to the boat so we can talk to Marcia soon. Just so we can try to convince her to get out of the way. And get another Ike kill on this guy. And then I am kind of okay letting Shinon have this one. Technically, we should be giving anything we can to Ike in this chapter, but like I said on that last one, just kind of for the sake of like management of how many people we have to fight, I'm okay giving 1 or 2 to the pre-promotes, just not all of them. Let's see. I want to see if I can bait them into going for Titania, actually, by putting Ike on her. I don't know if that'll work or not. I know these 2 ranged guys don't actually move. It helps that that guy can't hit her, though. Oh, Jesus. Just kidding. Beginning to think that maybe picking up Ike was not the best idea I had in this chapter. We might be seeing our first reset here. Let's see how this goes. Basically, oh, he's gonna go for Ike. Okay, that's fine. So basically what that means is we're good. Because they have almost no chance to hit. Okay. Solid. Alright, that's 1. We will be back in a second. So I went ahead and reset. I don't know if this will be in the recording or not, but just in case it is. That was unfortunate. To say the least. Basically what that means I need to do is I just need to be a couple of turns quicker with getting Ike up there, or at least a turn quicker with getting Ike up there, which is certainly doable. Mildly frustrating, but certainly doable. One idea is to try to get Titania up there, but what I don't want her to do is to just soak up all of those kills. So one way or the other, we'll be back when we get up to the boat again.
Later.
Ow. Rude.
Later.
Alright, so I'm not entirely clear on how, but this is actually going worse right now than it was last time. I think even if Ike survives this turn, which is definitely not a given, we might have another casualty from the top up there. Should also visit his house again. Oh, hi there. It's plagued by pirates. That's kinda helpful, I guess. Except I'm pretty sure I'm still dead. Even if I'm not specifically, we're in trouble. Ow. Ow. And, we're okay, we're still alright. Still alright so far. Ow. You didn't go for Ike, which is good. Okay. We still have one more that can kill Marcia, though. dead! 2 for the price of 1. Roll credits. Alright. Take 2, beginning shortly. Guess one idea could be to put Shinon up here and just kind of draw the fire of all these guys. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think you'd do that. Free kill, though. Oh, wait, it's not, is it? No, it's not. Cool. Oh, wait, yes, it is. Just kidding. So that's Shinon's crit. I've pronounced his name 4 different times this episode. I'm sorry. 2 experience. I think this guy will go for Ike. This will get Ike another level up. At least. Yep. Come on, be a good Ike level up. Oh god, that's disgusting.
That's terrible.
I'm kind of hoping I fail again now, to be completely honest. We'll see what happens, I guess. He at least got HP, which is something that he needs badly. So, I mean, if we have to just live with that level up, then we can just live with that level up. I just don't want to have to, because it's not very good. I'll have to check while I'm editing, but honestly, this feels like it's going pretty quickly as far as this attempt. So I might actually just leave all of this attempt in the video. We'll see. I'll definitely be cutting out a middle one, but this one might be justifiable enough to stay, because it feels to me, just as I'm recording, that it's going relatively quickly. Of course you wouldn't. Why would you not heal? I'm actually pretty sure we just lose again now. I skipped that conversation that I didn't intend to, but he just gives us an elixir. There's nothing else drastically important from that conversation. That might save Marcia. It might not. She's gonna have to dodge 2 attacks from the axes, or she's done. I mean, he heals, so that's fine. Now she has to dodge 2 back to back. That's 1. She had to dodge this too. Okay. There's a chance this works out now. Because we can talk to her. This might be the end. Are you alright? No, I just got smacked with multiple axes. Don't give up. Who are you? I'm God. I'm your conscience, Marcia. I'm just telling you that you should continue. Also, we got this. Should show my gratitude somehow. That's nice, but I don't care. Just go safe. What's your name, handsome? Ike? Okay. Bye. Thanks for not dying this time. That was a fun conversation. I'm really glad we got to see that. But we had to see that, so we're good. Now we go back to clearing out the ship. Now I really feel bad that I accidentally skipped that conversation that got us the elixir, but like I said, there was nothing important in it other than getting the elixir, so. I'm actually going to have Titania pick off this sword guy, just so Ike isn't overly threatened by what's going on up here. Now he should be fine to take all 3 of the axe guys on his own. He probably would have been fine anyway, but I didn't want to take any chances. Let's see. Because the problem is that 2 of them have ranged weapons, and obviously Ike does not have a range. Ow! Obviously Ike does not have a ranged weapon yet. So they can just kind of pick at him from a distance. I think all 3 of them might have ranged weapons, actually. I'm not sure. There we go. Oh no, it's just 2 of them. It's just 2 of them. Because if this guy had a ranged weapon, he would have been attacking Marcia at range as well, and he was not doing that. Yeah, so now we're on the Ike XP boat. Quite literally. Alright. If I do this, and then I can get Gatry up there to pick off a couple of them just so Ike doesn't do everything by himself and put himself at risk of death. It's not even so much about getting Gatry XP as it is just making sure Ike doesn't accidentally get murdered. I guess I can bring Titania and Shinon up just to have them in case of emergency. But we don't need to necessarily. And they're gonna attack Ike at range again, which sucks. Because they're making this process take way longer than it needs to. But it's whatever. They basically can't hit him, so it's not that issue. Like, I know they hit him once, but that's probably the only time that it'll happen. Like, finish this guy off with a really cool looking critical animation again. Nice. And I actually want the hand axe, so I'm going to drop one of the iron swords and hold on to that. Just because I don't know how easy they are to get later on. I'll have Gatry poke this guy. And now we start migrating to the right side of the ship, where we should be able to finish up the chapter. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss any other houses that I can visit. I think, yeah, it was just that one. Do either of these guys move? I imagine they should. I'll put Gatry right there. And I'll put Ike right there. And I'll give them both some moral support. And then wait for these guys to move. Oh, another hand axe user. Yay. It's fun. Still can't hit me, though. And then I think the sword guy... Oh. That guy will go for Gatry. That's neat. I wonder how much damage he can do. Yar... Oh, that's the boss. Yarhar. Which means he'll actually hurt Gatry a little bit. That's neat. We don't see a ton of that. This guy will come down here and go for Ike, which is fine. This is where Ike's low speed kind of starts to catch up with us, though. That's why we need some speed level ups. That's solid, but we still need some speed. That's as good as we're going to get without getting speed, though. So what we do with this, we use Shinon to move the sword guy out of the way. That's now 4 different pronunciations of Shinon this episode, by the way. Lol. So we can have him take care of that. Does Titania kill? No. So we can make this into an Ike kill. Unless she triggers a critical? Which, is that a critical or is that soul? I don't know if she has her mastery skill yet. I don't remember how that works. Either way, it's actually kind of a problem, but whatever. I want to check that. No, she doesn't have her mastery yet, so that was just a critical. Which, you know, Kind of sucks, but whatever. Ike should be able to finish this guy off next turn. Oh crap, he might die. Okay, now we won't. I got really careless with that. Let's see. Gatry has a chance to critical this guy, so I'll just let him do his thing. He's gonna attack Shinon. Why? Alright, if Shinon gets a critical, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, never mind. It would have been acceptable. Now this guy will attack Ike again. Ike will finish him off. Hopefully he'll dodge again first. Oh god! Oh! Oh, that was terrifying. Okay. 7. I am just gonna hope Shinon doesn't get a crit here. Which means he probably will. Good. One more non-crit, please. Nice! Alright, that means that that's a boss kill for Ike. Because he has 100 accuracy. Good. I almost killed him. Give back what you've stolen from the good folk here and get out. You're hard. We show him our axes, and okay, well I show you my sword. Sword beats axe. See? Help me. No. I don't wanna. And level up. Ah, that's disappointing. Oh well. At least he lived. That was what I was afraid of. He almost died. We've driven off all the pirates. It only took 3 tries. So joyful news. Here's your pay as promised. Oh, cool. Thank you. All of you put on such a marvelous show. Such combat skills. To be honest, I was expecting Commander Grail to be here today. Band of children? Hey, it's fine. We won, didn't we? Did it impeccably well. Yeah, it's because we're good at our job. It's our pleasure to murder people. But hey, it's whatever. Do you think running off pirates is a bit beneath you? No. No, it's not. This is what we do. It's whatever. It's what this old man thinks. That's fine. You can think whatever you want, buddy. That's not what we're gonna do. We fight pirates. That's what we do. You did well today, every one of you. Well, yeah, because 2 of you are pre-promotes and 1 of you is a broken tank in the early game. It's all good, though. Nobody knows what's going on. We're very good at what we do. We've discussed this at length. We're wasting our talents. Okay, so... What's what? Seem angry. It's because I am, but... We help people. You don't need to get money and be famous and stuff. Now that's a plan. I could eat a wyvern. That's wrong. You're not supposed to do that. What? Ike, you're doing it wrong. Surrounded by idealistic fools. The funny thing there is that basically their gripe is that they don't get paid enough and they're not well known for what they do, even though they're like the best at it. And I'm like, you're kind of right. I think that's kind of funny to look at it and just, you know, acknowledge that there's kind of a point there. But you're the ones that signed up for this, right? Right? Wink, wink. Anyway, guys, that does it for Chapter 3. Next time around, we'll be meeting back up with the rest of the group. And we'll call it good from there, and we'll pick it up with Chapter 4. thanks so much for watching, and see you guys next time.